Welcome to Active Life with Tammy. Today we are going to work on quieting the mind. It might seem like a bit of an oxymoron, but actually, for a lot of us, learning to quiet and calm the mind is a lot of work, especially for our type A personalities. Even active yoga can be a challenge. So, this is going to be even more challenging. For our yogis that are used to doing yoga, the poses today are going to be very similar to what we normally do, but we're going to add some arm variation to it. And we're going to take the focus away from the body onto the mind. So let's get started. We are going to begin with mountain pose. You want to take your feet about hips distance apart. Relax your knees. Roll your shoulders out wide. And make sure you lift your chin so that your head is well supported. You're going to roll the arms outward so the palms face forward. Close your eyes. Ground into your feet. Maybe even take a second here to rock forward and back, side to side, and see if you can settle yourself somewhere right in the middle, feeling yourself perfectly balanced between your right foot and your left foot, feeling your balance centered between the front of your foot and the back of your foot. And then almost feeling like your feet were growing roots and sinking down into the ground. Perfect. Okay, we're going to open our eyes if we closed them. And here in Tadasana, we're going to take a stretch out wide. We're going to stop with the arms stretched out wide to each side, and we're just going to have the right arm continue up, extend overhead. And then with your exhale, right arm's going to come back down. And when we reach that point where it meets the other arm, both arms are going to float down. And again, breathe in. So this time, right arm is going to stop. The left arm is going to keep going. Stretch up overhead. And exhale, left arm floating back down. And when it meets the right arm, they come down together. Okay, let's keep that pattern going. Breathe in. The right arm continues up. Big stretch. And then exhale down. So this arm pattern is creating just a little variation that we really have to focus on. So we're thinking, okay, was I on my right side? Was I on my left side? And that's starting to bring our focus away from just the body and into the mind, thinking about that pattern. Breathe in, nice big stretch up. And exhale down. We're going to do it one more time on each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Inhale. And then exhale. Lovely. Ending with arms down by your sides, back where we started. And then we're going to take a little variation of warrior one. So let's start by stepping our right foot back. You can start off with hands at the hips. Touch the toes down, roll the heel back, find a nice, comfortable stance here. Feet stepping as wide apart as you're comfortable with. And then we're going to take a big stretch up with those arms. Breathe in. Broaden out the shoulders. And when we exhale, we're going to make the hands into fists and allow those fists to come to rest at the hips, elbows drawing back. Now we're going to take the arms, push them forward, opening up those fists, palms pushing forward and hinge forward. Nice big stretch forward. And then make those fists again. Hinge back up. And then hands come to the heart as we step the feet together. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, other side. Toes touch back. Roll the heel down. If it's okay with the shoulders, take that nice reach up. Broaden the shoulders out. If it's too much, just rest. Hands down at the hip. And then make the hands into fists. Exhale, pull your elbows back. Hold here, breathe in. And with your exhale, open the hands, hinge forward, and push away. Breathe in. Draw the fists back in, pull the elbows back, stack the shoulders up over the hips, and then exhale your breath, hands to the heart, step the feet together. Okay, other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Pull the elbows down and back, nice tight fist. And with your exhale, push away, nice cleansing breath. And this time, imagine pushing away anything in your life that's not serving you that you need to let go of. Breathe in, draw the fists in, draw the elbows back, and then exhale, step the feet together. Okay, we've got it. Nice pattern here, stepping back. Breathe in, breathe out. And take your time with it. Remember, the focus of this is clearing the mind. Exhale, pushing away all those unwanted thoughts. Breathe in, hinging upward. And exhale, another cleansing breath as we step the feet together. Hello, Cleo. All right, other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, get ready, and then exhale. Push all that extra energy away that you don't need. Breathe in and then exhale. Step the feet together. Right over to the other side. Step on a cat. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, hold it here. As you breathe in, maybe even imagine some of that extra energy. You're breathing right into the fist. And then with your nice big exhale, pushing that far away from the body, letting it go. Drawing the fist back in, breathe in. And then exhale, step the feet together. Let's do it one more time on each side. Okay, so nice big step back, or as far as you can go back without stepping on your cat or your dog. All right, stretch up. Exhale. Grabbing that negative energy or just whatever extra energy you've got going. Breathe in, grab it nice and tight, and exhale, releasing, letting go. Breathe in, and exhale, step the feet together. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. This is your chance, okay? Whatever negative energy is left over, go ahead, breathe in here, grab it in the hands, and then exhale, actively push that away. Breathe in, and exhale, step the feet back together. Lovely. All right, we are going to move here into a tree pose. The focus of the tree pose is not strictly balance, but it's about focus, because you can't balance without having focus. Okay, so we're going to start off maybe on the left side this time. Bring your weight into your left foot. We're going to rotate the right knee out, softly touching the toes down to the earth, resting the heel on the inside of your other leg. Okay, and if you can, lifting that leg up a little bit higher. And today I really want you to challenge yourself, not to a point where you're going to fall over, but to a point where you really have to have a lot of mental energy to focus and hold your balance, because that's what this is all about. Pick out a spot that's in front of you, either on the floor or the ground, or if you want to take it even more challenging, something that's on the wall in front of you. Hold your focus on that point. You're going to have to let go of the past, let go of any worries about the future, and just be perfectly in the moment. Okay, if you really want extra challenge, we take up that leg a little bit higher. It's up to you though. Just find the point where you're challenged. Maybe we even take the arms overhead. And you can really do whatever you want with your arms here. You can come out, grow some branches here. Focus, focus, focus. Breathe in and out. Try one more breath. And then arms come back to the heart and release down. Okay, maybe shake out the feet a little bit. It can be a little tiring on the hips and the ankles. And then we're going to do that on the opposite side. So before we start, pick out your focal point somewhere in front of you. Bring all of your attention to that spot. Let go of the past and the future. Think of where you are in this moment. Rotate that knee out. Ever so soft on those toes if we're touching them down. Lifting right off the floor if we can. And if you want to do a little extra challenge, you come all the way up to the thigh. Remember, avoid your knee. Hands at the heart or extending overhead. Concentrate on that focal point. Breathe through it. Totally in the moment. And when you're ready, lowering down. Relax your arms by your sides. And we are going to come down to our mat. I'm going to turn the mat here so that you can see this a little better from the side. As I'm doing this, you can also pick out a spot that's maybe close to a wall because that's where we're going to end up today after we do a couple poses here. Come on, Cleo. Okay. So I'm going to bring my mat right up along the fence so that we're all set up for when we come to the end of our practice. Okay, but first, okay, coming back to Tadasana where we were, I'm going to take a stretch up and then exhale. Take a little forward fold here. Go ahead, bend your knees. You shake out the head a little bit. And whenever you're ready, lower one knee and then the other knee. As you come to tabletop, just do a quick check with your body alignment. Your wrists should be under your shoulders. Your knees should come under your hips. Your head should be in line with the rest of your spine. And we are going to do our little sunbird pose here. So we are going to take our right arm, reach it out in front of us, and stretch our left leg back. And then exhale, come back in, and switch sides. So the challenge here is using opposite sides of the body. So I can't tell you how often when I teach this pose, it's really, really challenging for a lot of people to get the coordination of doing arm on one side, leg on the other side. They usually first try to do arm and leg on the both sides, on the same side. Usually they fall over. Once in a while, I get somebody who can actually hold the pose that way, just on one side. Usually not for long. Usually once they do it, they fall over with it a few seconds. But the coordination of doing this on opposite sides is really, really good for our mental focus, which is why we're doing this today, is that we really need mental clarity and focus to coordinate that movement. Moving with your breath. Inhale and exhale. So while it's true this is a great core exercise, it helps strengthen the lower back. The focus of it today is the mind. Okay, so being clear. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, from our tabletop pose, we're going to relax the navel down, lift the head for cow pose. We're going to come back to tabletop, and instead of doing cat pose, which we ordinarily do, we're going to push back for a little balasana stretch. Pushing the hips back, rounding forward, stretching through the shoulders. Okay, we're going to move through those poses from tabletop right into cow pose. And then pushing back right through tabletop to balasana. Moving with the breath. And again, adding the little variation, taking cat pose away and putting balasana in its place, just challenges the mind to think a little bit outside the box, and we really have to be present to learn that new movement. I should say learn the new pattern of movement. Exhaling back and inhaling into cow pose. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to lift just the head here, walk the hands back, swing the legs around, and now it's time to come to that legs up the wall pose. So we're going to come over to the nearest wall, or if you have a fence like I do, you can use a fence, whatever's going to support your legs. We're going to bring our hips really super close to that wall. Stretching the legs up. And we're going to start off with a little more of an active stretch here. So let's take the arms, take a nice big stretch overhead. Breathe in nice and deep here. And then when you exhale, we're going to pull the knees into the chest and give them a little hug. Breathe in, extend the legs up, extend the arms overhead, and then exhale the breath, draw the knees into the chest. Easy does it. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Okay, let's do it just a couple more times. Last one. Breathe in, breathe out. Perfect. You're going to let your arms come to rest down by your sides. Bring the legs up the wall one more time, and we're going to keep them here. This is where we're going to end our practice today. If this is uncomfortable with the lower back resting right on the ground or the floor, you can always grab a blanket or two and slide it under the hips here. Adding a little elevation will help support that lower back. Okay, relaxing your arms, relaxing the legs and feet. And the challenge here in legs up the wall is that the mind tends to like to wander in this pose. So see if you can draw on some of the movements we just did, letting the mind quiet down. Maybe even taking that little fist movement that we did earlier. And if your mind's tending to wander, is make a fist, breathing in, and then exhale and stretch out your fingers. And just keep doing that with each breath until your mind gets nice and clear and quiet. Let your worries go. Let your cares go. And try to feel nothing but the moment that you are in right now. For me, I could feel the nice warm sunshine on my face, which feels wonderful. For you, maybe you're in a dark room, which might feel wonderful at the end of a day where you've had light shining in your eyes all day. Maybe the dark feels good. Feel the air around you. Feel the rise and the fall of your chest as you take each breath. Feel the sensations in your feet and in your toes as you hold this pose. Maybe they start to tingle as that flow of blood redirects. Feel the weight of your arms resting on the floor. Feel the relief in your back as it rests, no longer having to support the weight of your body right now. Same with the neck and the shoulders, back of the head. Trying to be aware of every little thing that your body is telling you, that it tries to tell you all day long that we're not aware of. Just totally being in the moment. Here is where are going to end our practice. But if you're not ready yet, just go ahead and pause the video. Stay here as long as you need to. And when you are ready to move on, for everyone who has the rest of their day in front of them, here's wishing you a nice, clear mind as you move forward with your day. And for those that are doing this before bed, here's wishing you a calm, peaceful, worry-free night's sleep. I hope to see everyone again very soon. Namaste.